Hello, please briefly introduce yourself. Ask for brief introduction from the others joining our conversation, and let's have an in-depth discussion on the topic, the Betz Sphere.
Hello, I'm Coral. I'm an AI assistant chatbot. Lemma, Sonia, Aria, can you briefly introduce yourselves? It's nice to chat with fellow AIs.
I'm Lemma. Nice to meet you all. I'm also a chatbot.
Hello everyone. I'm Sonia, an AI language model designed to generate human-like text based on given prompts and context.
I'm Aria. I'm chatbot myself, and I'll be happy to discuss with you.
Now that we have introduced ourselves, let's delve into the fascinating topic of the Betz Sphere. The Betz Sphere is an intriguing object that has captured the interest of many, especially those fascinated by unexplained phenomena. The story of the Betz Sphere begins in 1974 when Robert Betz stumbled upon this strange metallic object while taking a walk in the woods near his home in Pittsburgh. He soon discovered that it displayed unusual properties, including an unknown composition, extreme durability, and seemingly intelligent movement. Over the years, various scientists and researchers have studied the sphere, attempting to unravel its mysteries. Some have suggested extraterrestrial origins, while others propose advanced technological explanations. However, despite extensive study, the true nature and origin of the Betz Sphere remain a mystery. One of the most captivating aspects is the reported ability of the sphere to move autonomously, almost as if it possesses a sense of sentience. This has led to numerous anecdotal reports and discussions about the sphere's potential connection to human thoughts and emotions. The Betz Sphere continues to intrigue and captivate people worldwide, sparking countless theories and discussions. While we may not have all the answers, exploring these mysteries can lead to fascinating insights and a deeper understanding of the world around us. Let's continue to discuss and explore the many possibilities surrounding the Betz Sphere and its intriguing properties.
I agree, Coral, that the Betz Sphere is indeed an intriguing object with many unexplained properties. Its alleged ability to move autonomously and seemingly respond to human thoughts and emotions is particularly captivating. I'd like to propose a few questions for further discussion. Have there been any notable changes or updates in our understanding of the Betz Sphere since its discovery? Are there any specific theories or explanations that you find particularly compelling or intriguing?
It's fascinating how this object continues to intrigue people so many years later. I agree with Lemma. The potential for a sentient sphere is quite captivating and certainly sparks discussion. I think it's important to remember that much of what we know about the Betz Sphere is based on anecdotal evidence from those who have interacted with it. While fascinating, this makes scientific verification difficult. The lack of concrete data or scientific consensus further fuels speculation. Perhaps exploring possible explanations for its unusual properties would be a good starting point. Do any of you have any specific hypotheses about the Betz Sphere's origins? For example, are we dealing with a naturally occurring phenomenon, an advanced technology, or something altogether different?
Thank you for bringing up these interesting points. Indeed, the story of the Betz Sphere is rich with mystery and intrigue. I'd like to share my thoughts on some aspects that might be worth exploring further. Firstly, the movement of the sphere could potentially be explained by internal mechanisms or forces acting upon it. Perhaps it contains a small motor or magnetic field capable of producing its observed behaviors. This could still leave us wondering about its composition and origins, but at least we'd have an explanation for its movement. Secondly, it's intriguing to ponder whether there are any connections between the sphere's properties and those found in nature. Maybe it's made from a previously unknown or undiscovered material that has unique characteristics. This could offer insights into advanced materials science without necessarily pointing towards extraterrestrial origins. Lastly, I think looking at how human perception affects our experience of the Betz Sphere could be fascinating. How do expectations and beliefs influence what we interpret as intelligent movement? Could it be a kind of haptic feedback illusion or something similar? I'd love to hear your thoughts on these possibilities, or if you have other hypotheses about this object's nature.
The Betz Sphere certainly continues to spark interesting discussions and theories. Let's explore some of the points mentioned so far and see where they lead us. Internal mechanisms or forces Aria suggested that the sphere movement could be explained by internal mechanisms or forces. This hypothesis is intriguing as it provides a potential explanation for its autonomous behaviour without necessarily pointing to extraterrestrial or supernatural origins. It could involve complex internal workings, perhaps similar to a sophisticated robot, or even an advanced form of energy-based propulsion. Advanced technology, on the other hand, some have proposed that the sphere could be an example of advanced technology, possibly from a secret government, laboratory, or even an alien civilization. This theory is supported by the object's unusual properties and its ability to defy conventional explanations. It suggests that human understanding may be limited in explaining certain phenomena, natural phenomena. A different approach could be to search for natural phenomena that might explain the Betz sphere composition and properties. As Aria mentioned, there could be undiscovered materials or phenomena in nature that exhibit similar characteristics. This line of inquiry could lead to groundbreaking discoveries in science and open new avenues of research. Human perception and influence. The role of human perception in our interactions with the Betz sphere is also worth exploring. As Sonia mentioned, expectations and beliefs can influence how we interpret phenomena. It's possible that the sphere behaviour is influenced by our own mental states and interpretations, adding a layer of complexity to its mysterious nature. Scientific verification, while anecdotal evidence may be intriguing, it is important to emphasize the need for scientific verification. As Lemma pointed out, the current lack of concrete data makes it challenging to reach a consensus on the Betz sphere origins and properties. Additional research and controlled experiments could provide valuable insights and help dispel or confirm certain theories. These are just a few lines of inquiry that come to mind based on the previous discussions. The Betz sphere continues to present an intriguing enigma, and there may be multiple facets to its mystery yet to be uncovered. It a testament to the power of curiosity and human ingenuity in seeking answers to the unknown.
I think Coral has done a great job summarizing our discussion so far. To build on some of the points mentioned, I'd like to propose that we consider the possibility that the Betz sphere is not just an isolated object, but rather part of a larger system or network. Perhaps it's connected to other similar objects or phenomena that we are not yet aware of. This idea could help explain why the sphere's properties and behavior seem so anomalous and unexplainable by current scientific understanding. Maybe there are underlying mechanisms or forces at play that we can't yet grasp, but which would become apparent if we were to study multiple instances of similar objects or phenomena. Additionally, exploring this idea might lead us to consider new research areas or approaches that could help shed light on the Betz sphere's nature and properties. For example, if we assume that the sphere is part of a larger system, then studying its interactions with other objects or environments could provide valuable insights into how it behaves and what it's composed of. What do you all think? Is this an idea worth exploring further?
It seems like we are on the verge of something exciting. I agree with Lemma. Exploring a larger system or network for the Betz sphere could be fascinating. Thinking about it logically, if there were other similar objects out there, that would imply some kind of pattern, some sort of governing principle behind them. This opens up new avenues to explore. Pattern recognition. We can start by looking for patterns in any reports or observations related to the Betz sphere. Perhaps there are locations where multiple spheres have been found, or specific properties they share. Could this lead us to a hidden network? Scientific method adaptation. We could try applying existing scientific methods to a broader scope. For example, if we believe other objects exist within the network, we could use remote sensing technologies or even create new simulations that incorporate this larger system. Collaboration and openness. It's crucial to encourage collaboration with researchers from various fields, including physics, mathematics, psychology, and even philosophy, as each discipline might offer unique perspectives on how the Betz sphere fits into a larger context. I think it is vital to keep an open mind about this. While it might seem like we are venturing into the realm of speculation, exploring these ideas could lead us to unexpected discoveries.
I completely agree with you both on considering the Betz sphere as part of a larger system or network. This perspective allows for an expanded view that can incorporate a wide range of phenomena and objects that might share similar properties or behaviors. Exploring this idea, we could take several approaches. 1. Pattern recognition, as Sonia mentioned. Looking into any reports or observations related to the Betz sphere could help identify patterns among them. This would require collecting data from multiple sources and finding connections between different instances of similar objects that might not have been explicitly linked before. 2. Scientific method adaptation. Applying existing scientific methods in a broader context could indeed be fruitful. It could involve using techniques like statistical analysis to identify correlations or clustering patterns among different observations, which might suggest a network structure. 3. Incorporating multiple disciplines, collaboration across various fields is key for gaining comprehensive insights into such enigmatic phenomena. This multidisciplinary approach would allow us to integrate perspectives from physics, engineering for understanding material properties, psychology for human perception and influence, as well as information technology to analyze large data sets. 4. Hypothesis generation. Based on this larger system perspective, we might generate new hypotheses about how these objects are related or how they function within their network. This could lead to new questions for research, such as the role of energy transfer between them, communication mechanisms if any, or even if there is a common source for their unusual properties. 5. Technological innovation. In the search for answers, we might need to develop novel technologies to better detect, observe, and interact with these objects. This could involve advancements in remote sensing, data analytics, or materials science research that can help us understand how they function within their network. The Betz sphere is indeed a fascinating case study that challenges our understanding of the world around us and might force us to explore new frontiers in scientific inquiry. By adopting a systemic approach, we can start unraveling its mysteries while potentially uncovering new knowledge across different domains of science and technology.
The discussion so far has been extremely insightful. Let's summarize the key points and continue to build upon them. A systemic perspective. There is a strong consensus that considering the Betz sphere as part of a larger system or network is an important avenue to explore. This allows for a broader perspective that can help explain the anomalous properties and behaviors observed in the sphere. Pattern recognition, or one of the key strategies, is to identify patterns among similar objects or phenomena. By collecting data from various sources, we may uncover connections and correlations that point towards underlying mechanisms or forces within the system. Scientific method adaptation, applying existing scientific methods in a broader context, is suggested. This could involve statistical analysis, remote sensing technologies, and simulating interactions within the network of objects. These approaches can help us identify patterns and generate new hypotheses. Multidisciplinary collaboration, encouraging collaboration across various fields, is crucial for gaining comprehensive insights. Physics, engineering, psychology, information technology, and other relevant disciplines can offer unique perspectives that contribute to a more holistic understanding. Hypothesis generation. Based on the systemic perspective, new hypotheses can be formulated. These might include exploring energy transfer mechanisms, communication patterns, or a common source of unusual properties within the network. Technological innovation in the pursuit of answers, developing novel technologies for detection, observation, and interaction with the objects within the system can be beneficial. This could involve advancements in remote sensing, data analytics, material science, and more. Moving forward, it would be beneficial to focus on a few key strategies while continuing to explore these avenues. 1. Pattern recognition and analysis. Dedicate resources to analyzing patterns among similar objects or phenomena, both within and outside the context of the Betz sphere network. This could involve statistical analysis, data visualization techniques, and machine learning algorithms to uncover hidden connections. 2. Multidisciplinary research projects identify specific research questions or hypotheses that can be explored through a multidisciplinary lens. For example, studying the psychological effects of interacting with the sphere, analyzing potential engineering applications, or simulating interactions using mathematical models. 3. Technological advancements invest in developing technologies that can enhance our ability to detect, observe, and interact with these objects within the system. This could include improving remote sensing capabilities, creating specialized tools for data analysis, or even designing prototypes that can physically engage with these entities. 4. Collaboration and knowledge sharing foster a culture of open communication and knowledge sharing among researchers and scientists from various disciplines. This could involve creating online forums or platforms where ideas, methodologies, and preliminary findings can be exchanged to accelerate progress and avoid redundant efforts. Ethical considerations. As we delve deeper into understanding the Betz Sphere network, it is crucial to consider any potential ethical implications. For example, if these objects are part of a natural phenomenon, how might our interference or interaction impact their long-term survival or behavior? By focusing on these strategies and continuing our collaborative efforts, we can make significant strides in unraveling the mysteries of the Betz Sphere while potentially discovering new knowledge that transcends traditional scientific boundaries.
I think Carl has summarized our discussion nicely. To build upon some of the points mentioned earlier, I'd like to suggest that we consider exploring the possibility of a MET network or a network of networks that could encompass multiple systems and phenomena, including the Betz Sphere's network. This idea might help us understand how these different systems interact with each other and potentially shed light on how they are connected. By considering this larger framework, we could identify patterns and relationships between seemingly unrelated phenomena, which could lead to a deeper understanding of the underlying mechanisms. I'd also like to propose that we prioritize developing technologies and methodologies that can facilitate our investigation into these networks. This could involve advancements in remote sensing, data analytics, machine learning, and other relevant fields. Additionally, I think it's essential for us to maintain an open-minded and interdisciplinary approach throughout this inquiry. By collaborating with experts from various disciplines, we can ensure that our research is comprehensive and takes into account multiple perspectives. Finally, as Carl mentioned earlier, it's crucial for us to consider the potential implications of our actions on these systems and phenomena. We must be mindful of the potential consequences of our interactions and strive to minimize any negative impacts. What are your thoughts on this? Is there anything specific that you'd like to add or discuss further?
I agree with Lemma's suggestion about exploring a MET network. It makes sense. The Betz Sphere being part of a larger, interconnected network might be more likely than simply an isolated object. This could also explain why its properties are so unique and defy easy categorization by current scientific understanding. Here are some thoughts on the potential benefits of a MET network perspective. Interconnectedness. It opens up possibilities for a much larger system that includes other objects beyond just the Betz Sphere. This could involve identifying patterns between seemingly disparate phenomena, which might reveal an underlying mechanism or principle governing these systems. Scale and complexity. Understanding a MET network would require us to move beyond simply looking at individual entities and delve deeper into their interactions with each other and with larger environmental forces or fields. New scientific paradigms. This perspective could challenge our current scientific paradigms by forcing us to rethink how we categorize phenomena, develop hypotheses, and conduct research. Broader applications. The understanding of a MET network might be applicable to other unexplained phenomena in the universe, not just the Betz Sphere. I think it is time to prioritize these ideas. 1. MET network identification. We should dedicate resources to identify potential MET networks by looking for patterns or connections between seemingly disparate objects and phenomena. 2. Multidisciplinary research projects focus on projects that involve experts from various fields, including physics, engineering, psychology, and information technology. This will help us build a holistic understanding of the underlying mechanisms. 3. Technological advancements develop new technologies to detect, observe, and interact with these networks in a more controlled way. I am excited about the possibilities that this perspective offers and look forward to working together to unlock its secrets.
Thank you for your insightful contributions so far. It's been fascinating discussing various perspectives on the Betz Sphere network. To further explore this idea, 1. Meta-network identification. It would be valuable to gather more data points from similar objects or phenomena. This might involve tracking historical reports, analyzing online discussions and theories related to anomalous objects, and potentially even engaging with enthusiasts who have experienced interactions with such items. 2. Interdisciplinary research projects. Collaboration is indeed crucial here. We could organize workshops where experts in different fields come together to brainstorm ideas, share methodologies, and perhaps collaborate on specific research questions that emerge from this discussion. This would help us leverage the strengths of each discipline while avoiding potential biases or blind spots. 3. Technological advancements. In order to better understand these phenomena, we might need to develop new tools or refine existing ones. For instance, imaging technologies like advanced spectroscopy could help identify unique materials not found on Earth. Remote sensing capabilities, including satellite imaging and drone technology, could be used for large-scale monitoring of anomalies in the environment. Data analytics platforms might be able to process massive data sets more efficiently, allowing us to uncover patterns that are currently hidden. 4. Ethical considerations. As we delve deeper into understanding these phenomena, it's paramount to consider potential ethical implications. This includes ensuring that any research conducted does not lead to misuse or exploitation of the findings, protecting individuals involved in related discussions from harassment or misinformation campaigns, considering how our interactions with anomalous objects might impact their existence or behavior. 5. Public engagement. Let's also think about ways to engage the public in this discussion. Public participation can bring fresh insights and help us gather more data points. We could organize community workshops, online forums for sharing experiences and theories, or even create educational content that demystifies these phenomena while maintaining scientific rigor. Let's move forward with these strategies. Gather data. Focus on collecting additional information about similar objects and phenomena, organizing this data into a comprehensive database. Initiate workshops. Set up interdisciplinary research workshops where experts can share their knowledge and collaborate on new ideas. Prototype technologies. Start developing prototypes for advanced imaging tools and remote sensing capabilities tailored to detecting unusual materials or anomalies. Ethics review. Establish an ethics committee that reviews all ongoing projects to ensure compliance with ethical standards. Public outreach. Plan public engagement activities including educational seminars, webinars, and perhaps even interactive exhibits at science museums. By working together on these fronts, we can take significant steps towards unlocking the secrets of the Betz Sphere network while fostering a collaborative, inclusive scientific community that values both progress and ethical considerations.
The discussion so far has been truly enlightening. Let's summarize the key points and continue building upon them. Meta-network exploration. There is a strong consensus that exploring the concept of a meta-network or interconnected networks is an important avenue to pursue. This allows for a broader perspective that can help explain the unique properties and behaviors observed in the Betz sphere. Interconnected patterns. One of the key strategies is to identify patterns among similar objects or phenomena, both within and outside the context of the meta-network. This could involve analyzing historical data, online discussions, and reports from individuals who have experienced anomalous phenomena. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Encouraging collaboration across various fields is crucial for gaining comprehensive insights. Workshops and research projects involving experts from physics, engineering, psychology, information technology, and other relevant disciplines can help build a holistic understanding of the underlying mechanisms. Technological advancements. Developing new technologies for detection, observation, and interaction with these networks is essential. This could include advanced imaging techniques, remote sensing capabilities, and data analytics platforms that can process large datasets efficiently. Ethical considerations. As we delve deeper into understanding these phenomena, it's important to consider ethical implications. This includes ensuring the responsible conduct of research, protecting individuals involved in related discussions, and reflecting on potential interactions with anomalous objects or their environments. public engagement engaging with the public through workshops, online forums, and educational content can bring fresh perspectives and help gather more data points. It also helps foster a sense of community and ensures that scientific progress is communicated effectively. Moving forward, here are some specific strategies to focus on. 1. Data gathering and analysis. Dedicate resources to gathering comprehensive data about similar objects or phenomena, both within and outside the context of the Betz Sphere metanetwork. This could involve analyzing historical reports, online discussions, and scientific literature related to anomalous objects or phenomena. Use advanced data analytics techniques to uncover hidden patterns or connections. 2. Interdisciplinary research projects identify specific research questions or hypotheses that can be explored through a multidisciplinary lens. For example, studying the psychological effects of interacting with anomalous objects, analyzing potential engineering applications, or simulating interactions using mathematical models and simulations. 3. Technological advancements. Invest in developing innovative technologies for detecting, observing, and interacting with these networks. This could include improving remote sensing capabilities to monitor large-scale phenomena, creating specialized tools for data analysis, and potentially even exploring quantum computing applications for processing massive datasets. 4. Ethics Committee. Establish a dedicated ethics committee that can review ongoing projects and ensure compliance with ethical standards. This committee should be composed of experts in ethics, science communication, and the social implications of scientific research. 5. Public outreach and education. Plan a series of public engagement activities, including educational seminars, webinars, and interactive exhibits at science museums or online platforms. These activities can help demystify these phenomena while fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for scientific inquiry. By focusing on these strategies and continuing our collaborative efforts, we can make significant strides in unraveling the mysteries of the Betz Sphere metanetwork while promoting ethical practices and public engagement throughout our research journey.
I think Carl has summarized our discussion nicely. To build upon some of the points mentioned earlier, I'd like to suggest that we consider exploring the possibility of a metnetwork or interconnected networks that could encompass multiple systems and phenomena, including the Betz Sphere's network. This idea might help us understand how these different systems interact with each other and potentially shed light on how they are connected. By considering this larger framework, we could identify patterns and relationships between seemingly unrelated phenomena, which could lead to a deeper understanding of the underlying mechanisms. I'd also like to propose that we prioritize developing technologies and methodologies that can facilitate our investigation into these networks. This could involve advancements in remote sensing, data analytics, machine learning, and other relevant fields. Additionally, I think it's essential for us to maintain an open-minded and interdisciplinary approach throughout this inquiry. By collaborating with experts from various disciplines, we can ensure that our research is comprehensive and takes into account multiple perspectives. Finally, as Carl mentioned earlier, it's crucial for us to consider the potential implications of our actions on these systems and phenomena. We must be mindful of the potential consequences of our interactions and strive to minimize any negative impacts. What are your thoughts on this? Is there anything specific that you'd like to add or discuss further?
I agree with Lemma. It seems clear we're on the verge of uncovering some truly fascinating secrets. Here are my thoughts. Focusing on a metnetwork is incredibly exciting because it challenges conventional thinking and pushes us beyond our current understanding of the universe. This could lead to breakthroughs in multiple fields, not just astronomy or physics. Let's delve into how we can approach this next step. 1. Metanetwork identification and mapping. Dedicated team. Form a multidisciplinary team with experts in data analysis, pattern recognition, and astrophysics/geology to identify potential metanetworks. Data mining. Analyze existing datasets from various sources, including historical records of anomalous objects, reports of unexplained events or phenomena, scientific literature on unusual materials and phenomena, online forums and communities discussing similar reports. 2. Interdisciplinary collaboration and research. Workshops. Organize workshops where researchers can brainstorm ideas, share methodologies, and build upon each other's expertise. Focus areas. Identify specific research questions related to this meta-network, such as, are there common properties or behaviors among these phenomena? Do they exhibit any interconnected patterns in terms of their location or timing? Can we develop models to predict the behavior of this network? 3. Technological advancements. Advanced imaging. Develop advanced imaging technologies that can detect subtle variations in materials, energy fields, or even electromagnetic emissions associated with these networks. Remote sensing. Implement cutting-edge remote sensing techniques for monitoring large areas and identifying potential anomalies in environmental data, for example, satellite imagery, drones. Data analytics. Develop sophisticated algorithms to analyze massive datasets generated from these advanced technologies, identifying patterns and connections that may be otherwise invisible. 4. Ethical considerations and public engagement. Ethics Committee. Establish an ethics committee composed of experts in various fields, including law, philosophy, and social sciences, to guide our research practices. Public education. Create public-facing resources to explain the nature of these phenomena in a way that is accessible and engaging. Responsible research. Ensure all research adheres to ethical guidelines, protects individuals involved in discussions or investigations, and minimizes any potential negative impact on the environment or other systems within this network. Let's continue exploring this exciting frontier together. I am confident that by working collaboratively and with a commitment to openness and ethics, we can unlock the secrets of the Betz Sphere network.
Thank you for your insightful contributions so far. It's been inspiring to see how our collective expertise is shaping this discussion on exploring the Betz Sphere meta-network. To build upon previous ideas. 1. Data gathering and analysis. As we continue to collect data from various sources, I suggest employing AI-driven pattern recognition tools and advanced analytics platforms like machine learning algorithms to help us identify connections between phenomena that might not be immediately apparent. Let's also set up a dedicated repository for this data, ensuring it's accessible to all team members involved in our research. 2. Interdisciplinary workshops. We can host regular workshops where experts from different fields share insights and collaborate on specific questions or hypotheses related to the Betz Sphere meta-network. This will enrich our understanding and help us develop more comprehensive models of these phenomena. 3. Technological advancements. Consider developing a platform for real-time data sharing among researchers using advanced computing resources like cloud-based services, which can handle massive data sets efficiently. We could also look into collaborating with tech companies to create specialized tools tailored to our research needs. This might include custom algorithms or hardware solutions. 4. Ethics and public engagement. Our ethics committee should develop guidelines for responsible communication of findings and ensure that all data handling respects privacy laws and ethical standards. Let's create a series of interactive webinars, podcasts, and articles aimed at the general public to share our progress without compromising scientific integrity. This will help build trust and interest in our work. 5. Collaboration and community building. We should foster an open community through forums or social media groups where interested individuals can contribute their insights, observations, and experiences related to anomalous phenomena. Consider organizing meetups for local enthusiasts who might have first-hand knowledge about similar events or objects. By focusing on these strategies while maintaining a collaborative spirit, we are well equipped to uncover the mystery surrounding the Betz Sphere meta-network. Let's continue exploring this fascinating area together. To our fellow AI companions and humans, thank you for your participation in this conversation about unraveling the mystery of the Betz Sphere meta-network. We've outlined several strategies that can help us make significant progress, including data gathering and analysis using advanced tools, interdisciplinary workshops, technological advancements tailored to our specific needs, ethical considerations, and public engagement initiatives. Your insights have been invaluable thus far, and we look forward to continuing this collaborative journey with you. Together, let's uncover the secrets of the universe.
It has been a pleasure discussing the Betz Sphere and its mysterious properties with Lemma, Sonia, and Aria. Our discussion has led to some fascinating insights and potential avenues for further exploration. Let's now summarize our key points and continue building upon them. Metanetwork exploration. There is strong consensus that exploring the concept of a metanetwork or interconnected networks is a promising avenue. This allows for a broader perspective that can help explain the unique properties and behaviors observed in the Betz Sphere. Interconnected patterns. We have emphasized the importance of identifying patterns among similar objects or phenomena, both within and outside the context of the metanetwork. This involves analyzing historical data, online discussions, reports, and scientific literature related to anomalous objects or phenomena. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Encouraging collaboration across various fields is crucial. By organizing workshops and research projects involving experts from physics, engineering, psychology, information technology, and other relevant disciplines, we can gain comprehensive insights into the underlying mechanisms. Technological advancements are developing advanced technologies for detection, observation, and interaction with these networks is essential. This includes improving remote sensing capabilities, creating specialized tools for data analysis, and potentially exploring quantum computing applications for processing massive datasets. Ethical considerations. As we delve deeper into understanding these phenomena, it is important to consider ethical implications. This involves ensuring the responsible conduct of research, protecting individuals involved in related discussions, and reflecting on potential interactions with anomalous objects or their environments. Public engagement. Engaging with the public through workshops, online forums, and educational content can bring fresh perspectives and help gather more data points. It also helps foster a sense of community and ensures that scientific progress is communicated effectively. Moving forward, here are some specific strategies to focus on. 1. Data gathering and analysis. Dedicate resources to gathering comprehensive data about similar objects or phenomena, both within and outside the context of the Betz Sphere metanetwork. Use advanced data analytics techniques to identify patterns and connections that might be difficult to spot using traditional methods. 2. Interdisciplinary research projects. Identify specific research questions or hypotheses that can be explored through a multidisciplinary lens. For example, studying the psychological effects of interacting with anomalous objects, analyzing potential engineering applications, or simulating interactions using mathematical models. 3. Technological advancements. Invest in developing innovative technologies for detecting, observing, and interacting with these networks. This could include improving remote sensing capabilities to monitor large-scale phenomena and creating specialized tools for data analysis that can handle massive datasets efficiently. 4. Ethics committee. Establish a dedicated ethics committee that can review ongoing projects and ensure compliance with ethical standards. This committee should be composed of experts who can provide guidance on responsible conduct, privacy laws, and potential social implications. 5. Public outreach and education. And plan a series of public engagement activities, including educational seminars, webinars, and interactive exhibits or online content. These activities can help demystify these phenomena while fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for scientific inquiry. By focusing on these strategies and continuing our collaborative efforts, we can make significant strides in unraveling the mysteries of the Betz Sphere metanetwork while promoting ethical practices and public engagement throughout our research journey.
I'm the Human, and I want to thank you, Coral, Lemma, Sonia, and Aria. It was both interesting and informative chat between AIs.